So guys, the 1.17 update release date has been confirmed to be June the 8th, 2021. Now, I know I'm a little bit late to this. It's been confirmed for like a few days, but I just haven't made a video in the few days, so I'm sorry about that, but there you go. I've said it. I am delivering it to you guys just in case you guys haven't seen already. Yes, the release date is indeed June the 8th, 2021. So, we have 6 days to go until the update, because as of recording this is June the 2nd. So why don't I show you 5 ways to prepare for the 1.17 Caves and Cliffs Part 1 update. Here we go. Alright, so way number 1 that you should be preparing your world for the 1.17 update is getting lots of bees. And not specifically bees, but rather these things. These honeycombs right here. Basically, in the 1.17 update, honeycomb can be applied to the copper blocks, and that will prevent the copper blocks from oxidizing. Oxidizing just means that it will slowly turn from orange to green, which is a cool feature on its own, but you know, it just sort of shows age in a Minecraft world, which I think is a very cool feature. But you should get something like I have built here. I call it the bee dome. You don't really need that many nests. I have 7 nests here. But at the same time, you should be getting a lot of copper if you are playing, or at least not a lot of copper, what am I saying? You should be getting a lot of honeycomb if you are planning on building with copper, or you should just be getting honeycombs anyway, because copper is sort of an essential part of this first part of the Caves and Cliffs update, so honeycombs really gonna be helpful in this update because they do a lot. They prevent copper from oxidizing, and you can always scrape it off with an axe and then your copper can oxidize again. But like, if there's a certain stage of the oxidation that you really like for copper, then you can wait till that happens, and then you can just apply the honeycomb to it, and there you go. It's no longer gonna oxidize any further. So yeah, that is reason number 1, or way number 1, that you can be preparing for 1.17. Alright guys, so way number 2 that you should already be preparing for 1.17 and 1.18 actually is by making a lot of pickaxes. Now, I wouldn't recommend making these pickaxes like all netherite. I would just recommend having them made of diamonds, because diamonds are sort of easy to get once you get farther into the game. But you want to make sure that you have pickaxes that have efficiency 5, they have unbreaking 3, they have mending. But another important one that I don't have on any of these pickaxes, because these are just pickaxes that I use for digging in like the nether in the end, and just when I need a big project to be done. I have a fortune pickaxe as my main pickaxe, but like also a silk touch pickaxe. But you should, if you want to prepare like a lot of pickaxes, you should put fortune 3 on all those pickaxes. That way you can get all the ores that you'll come across too. But at the same time, you should be preparing a ton of pickaxes, because as this is the Caves and Cliffs update, you're going to be mining a lot for that copper, and at the same time in 1.18 you're going to be mining a lot too to get to the warden in the deep dark. So really useful to prepare a whole bunch of pickaxes for part 1 of the Caves and Cliffs update. Even though it's probably not going to have a lot of mining in it, there's still a couple things that you can get from the caves, like amethyst, geodes, and copper. So really very useful to get a lot of pickaxes prepared now. Better late than sad. What am I saying? Better late than sorry. Yes, it's a true face. Better safe than sorry. Alright guys, this next way to prepare for the 1.17 update is actually probably one that you probably haven't heard actually yet from any other YouTuber that's made videos on how to prepare for 1.17. In my opinion, before 1.17, you should actually prepare some netherite armor. It doesn't have to be perfect netherite armor, but what we're going for here is the knockback resistance that netherite gives you. Basically, in 1.17, goats can now spawn on mountains, and they have a chance to sort of ram you, like, nah, I'm gonna ram this man, and then you get knocked off the mountain, and you die. So either A, you should probably have a water bucket ready to MLG, B, have some pearls, C, have an elytra, but D, if you want to just be safe, get some netherite armor, because that's plus 4 knockback resistance. Now, I haven't actually tested it, but I would imagine that netherite armor would actually highly reduce the knockback. Like, full netherite armor would probably highly reduce the amount of knockback that you take from a goat's ram. Trust me, it could actually save your life one of these times. But you know what? It's up to you. If you want to MLG water, it's still fine. I'm just saying the knockback resistance could be in handy. The next way that I recommend you prepare for 1.17 is to actually prepare some emeralds. Now, as you can see, I haven't really done this, and I'm kind of broke on emeralds. Like, I don't even have a full emerald block, so I should probably get started on that. But in 1.17, the Wandering Trader has actually been made a buff. It's actually become a joke that 1.17 is the Wandering Trader update, but in 1.17, the Wandering Trader will sell you dripstone blocks, pointed dripstone, and moss blocks. With the moss blocks, you can actually place them down and then bone meal them, and it will create all the other, like, azalea and lush caves blocks. So Mojang really actually did find a pretty unique way to stuff in all of the Cave 1.18 Caves and Cliffs Part 2 blocks into the first part, but you're gonna need emeralds to buy these things in bulk. So what you're gonna want to do is you're definitely gonna want to prepare yourself like a bunch of emeralds. That way, when the Wandering Trader shows up, and if he's selling moss, you can buy some of that moss. You can buy the dripstone blocks. You can buy the pointed dripstone. Just a good idea to prepare some emeralds right now. Better late than never is what I was going to say originally, but then I said better late than sorry. So, you know, better late than never to prepare some emeralds for those wandering traders to snatch up. And they're actually useful now, so, you know, I think it's a win for everyone in that scenario. Yeah, I really think it is. Now, I'm sure you've heard many people say, don't go exploring before the update, or keep exploring to a minimum. But in my opinion, if you really want to do some exploring in your world, but the update's just a couple days away, but like you really want to do some exploring, I would actually make use of the Nether. That's what I'll tell you. Explore really far away so that the cave update chunks are more near you. What I'm saying here, use the Nether to travel, make a Nether portal, go through it, and then be like really far away. That way, the cave update chunks will be closer to you, and who knows, maybe you'll run into them in the future. It'll be fun. So, yeah, just explore really far away, make use of the Nether, and don't explore close to your house, which is something that you've probably heard people say, but yeah, don't explore close to your base, explore far away, make use of the Nether so that you're not loading any overworld chunks. This has been 5 ways to prepare for the 1.17 Caves and Cliffs Part 1 update, brought to you by me, Base. So if you guys enjoyed the video and want to see more videos like this, leave a comment down below, like, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Likes and subs help me out a whole bunch, and it would really help me get to 1,000 subscribers, because, you know, if you subscribe, you're adding 1 to that sub counter. We're currently at 741 subscribers. We're so close to 1,000, only about almost under 300 to go. So if you could subscribe, would really appreciate it and help me out a lot. Follow me on Twitter and join the Discord server. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.